Hello guys, Marvelous here again, and in today's video I'll be showing you how to migrate data from one environment to another environment, from one Power Platform or Dynamics 365 environment to another environment. Let's say in a scenario whereby you have a solution you developed in your developer's environment and you have some sample data, probably even a read data. You have a data in your developer's environment which you used in testing the solution you developed. I needed to bring that data from your developer environment to probably test environment or production environment. No need to get yourself worked up. There's a solution for you. There's a tool called configuration migration tool, which will be used to transfer data from one environment to another environment. You don't need to get yourself worked up. Now, so in my blog post in this video, I will leave a link to the description. I will leave a link in the description. I will link you to my blog post on how to download and install this configuration migration tool. So once you've successfully installed this tool, so all you need to do is you get over to your hard drive, which is your local which is the C drive. So the a folder will be automatically created, which is called tools. Here is mine. So you can see list of tools that has been installed after you've installed the configuration migration tool. So but all we need here is just this configuration migration. So and before I go now, here's the data I'm trying to import. Okay, let me go over to this my developers environment here. This is my developers environment, which I have a solution here which I developed. This is just for a test. I have a solution here, so which is a model-driven app that is connected to these two tables, cases and contacts. Let me play this so you can see the data I have in this application. Excuse me. So yeah, here's my app. Can you see all this data? I want to bring this data from this developer's environment. I want to get it imported into my test environment. So here is this table. If I click on this table, can you see the list? These are the list of data I have here. All right, and I've also exported this solution and imported it into another environment. Can you see when I go to this environment? I have a test environment here which I name Copilot Dev Camp. So here's the solution. And if I go over to this application, case app, if I go over to this application, if I play this, can you see? No, there is no any data inside this app. Can you see? There is no any data inside this app. Now, what do I need to do? I want to, I want to move the data I have in my developer environment to this test environment. Now, what do I need to do? I'm just gonna go to my configuration migration. Open this folder. Do you see this data migration utility? This is what you need. You just need to open this. All right. Now there are two things you need to do. First, you need to first create a schema. All right. You need to create a schema that this application is going to use to export and import your data into another environment. All right. Now, what you need to do is when you want to create a schema, what you just need to do is you select, create a schema. You select create a schema. Once you create a schema, then you go click on continue. Now you'll be prompted to log in. Use your Office 365 credentials to log in. All right. Use your Office 365 credentials and click on display list of available organizations. You click on display list of available organizations, then you click on login. All right. So you'll be prompted to log in. So I'm just gonna use this. I have my email address copied already. Then next, my password. So you sign in. Okay. So you sign in. So once you are signed in, so once you are signed in, all the environments you have access to will be listed here. Now, first, I want to first create a schema, then export and import. So that's going to be, you select the environment you want to interact, which is my developer's environment, which is this Marvelous or Motorshop environment. I'm going to select this and I'll click on login. All right, I'll click on login. Click on once I'm done, then you select your make sure the table you are trying to export data from is in a solution. All right, make sure it's in a solution. Okay, just make sure it's in a solution so that you can select. So here's my solution to make it for easy access, so that because there might be lots of table in your environment. So but if it's in a solution, it's going to be very easy. It's going to be very easy to locate. Now here's my own solution. This is my solution. So now make sure it's the table you are trying to export data from, it's in a solution. Okay, so here's my own solution, which is called document library, and I'm trying to export data from this case entity, which is called table, case table. So all I'm just going to do is click on add entity. But if you just want to export data from a specific column, so these are the list of columns you have in your table. Once you click on add entity, all the and you can also as well select all the columns here. Once you select all, you can as well select the all columns, then click on add entity. All right, so once you are done, then you click on save and export. Okay, now let me name these cases. So first we want to create a schema. All right, cases, and note the folder you save this to, because you're gonna need it. Cases, then you click on save. All right, the schema save is complete. Would you like to export the data? Then yes, I want to export data. So which folder do you want to export it to? I'm gonna name this. Let me name these cases. All right, let me name these cases, then save, then export data. So it's now export is now complete. So you exit. So the next thing you're going to do now is you are going to import. You now that you've created the schema, you've exported the data. Now it's time to import the data in your test environment. So what you're gonna do is you click on this import data, then you continue. So you'll still be asked to log in. Click Office 365 and displays of available organizations. All right. Then you click on login. So once you're here, you click your email address, which is this. So once you are logged in, select the environment you want to import the data to, which is this Copilot Dev Camp is my test environment. I'm just gonna select this, then click on login. Now initializing. Okay. Now select the file you want to. Can you, which is this? This is the exported zip file the zip file you exported when you were creating a schema. That's what you will select. Then you click on open, then import data. So let's wait. It's just gonna just less than a minute. Is everything is gonna get imported into my test environment. So let's just wait a little bit. Wait a little bit. If you have thousands of rows, so it might take longer time. But I only have just less than 100 rows in my table. That's why it's kind of faster. So once I'm done, then I click on exit. So now let me now go back to my environment and check. Let me refresh this. You see, I'm in my Copilot Dev Camp, all right? And this is the case app. Let me open this. Let me play this again. So, and can you see? Even when I refresh this, those can you see? So now, this is how you can import data from one environment to another the using the migration configuration tool. So see how easy it was, and how very simple and easy it was. So I hope this helps someone in their development journey. Let's keep developing solution. Let's keep creating solution that solve business problem. And I'll see you in my next video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.